ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। द्वितीय अध्यायः तृतीयावल्ली मंत्र नंबर 12. We have seen the Sangati Bhashyam in the last class. Just we will read. Buddhyadi cheshta vishayam chet
बुद्ध्यादि चेष्टा विषयं चेत्
brahma idam tad iti
ब्रह्म इदं तत् इति
विशेषतः गृह्येत
विशेषतः गृह्येत
बुद्ध्यादि उपरमे च
बुद्ध्यादि उपरमे च
ग्रहण कारण अभावात्
अनुपलभ्यमानम्
नास्ति एव ब्रह्म
यद्धि
करणगोचरम्
करणगोचरम्
इति प्रसिद्धं लोके
तदस्तीति लोके
विपरीतं च असत्
विपरीतम् असत्
इति इत्यतश्च अर्थको योगः अनुपलभ्यमानत्वाद् वा नास्ति इति उपलब्धव्यं ब्रह्म इत्येवं प्राप्ते इदम् उच्यते।
इत्येवं प्राप्ते इदमुच्यते
सत्यं
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 नैव वाचा न मनसा
नैव वाचा न मनसा
मनसा
प्राप्तुं शक्यो न चक्षुषा
प्राप्तुं
प्राप्तुं
शक्यो
शक्यो
न
न
चक्षुषा
अस्तीति ब्रुवतोऽन्यत्र
अस्तीति ब्रुवतोऽन्यत्र
अस्तीत्यन्यत्र
तं तदुपलभ्यते
कथं
कथं
तदुपलभ्यते
तदुपलभ्यते
सत्यं वाचा न प्राप्तुं शक्यः सत्यं मनसा न प्राप्तुं शक्यः सत्यं चक्षुषा न प्राप्तुं शक्यः सत्यमेव. It is true that Brahma is not attainable, not gainable, not knowable by vacha, by speech. You cannot objectify Brahma by your speech. You cannot contain the Brahma, confine the Brahma by your speech. You cannot make it an object for your communication, but still it has to be communicated. That uncommunicable Brahma has to be communicated, that only Sampradaya can do. Only the Guru in the Sampradaya can do that. So, Vacha na praptum shakyate Brahma. Satyam, it is true. If it is Vacha, by Vak, if it is possible, then it becomes one more object. So therefore, Vacha na praptum shakyaha. Vacha means, Vak means speech. Speech means words. So, the object of perception, if the object of perception can only be conveyed through words. But Brahma is not available for your experience, for your objectification, because it is not an object. So any experience what we have, it is within a range, within our range of experience. Words have access to those objects and therefore those experiences. Even that also in the Vyavahara. A dish is sweet. A dish is sweet. How sweet is that? It is not possible to describe the sweetness of a dish. How sweet is that? How bitter is that? You can only through your facial expression can communicate. The taste of, what is the taste of sweet? The taste of sweet is sweet only. The taste of sweet is sweet only. Even in Vyavahara, it is not possible. So, similarly, if you want to describe heaven, Swargaloka, how do you describe Swargaloka? Swargaloka, it is an object of perception, but not within your range. For an object to be perceived, it should be in proximity to you for perception to take place. But Swargaloka, it's not anywhere near, but can be objectified. It is Nitya Paroksha. Shastram describes how Swargaloka would be. Therefore, it is available for description. It is available for objectification of words. Therefore, you can describe it. So, therefore, whether it is the Nitya Paroksha Vishaya or which is pratyaksha vishaya, like the sweetness, etc. Both cases, Vak as speech has got limitedness. Then what to talk about Brahma, which is Nitya Aparoksha, in the presence of which all the experience, all the knowledge takes place, without which nothing exists. That is Adhishtanam for everything. Everything is adhyastha on that Brahma. How can that Brahma be objectified by words? Yad vacha anabhyuditam, Kaṭhopaniṣat says, yato vacho nivartante apraapya manasa saha iti. So, therefore, na vacha iti. But Vaidikas, the Astikas, they have got Astitva Buddhi. Jagat Karanam Brahma Parameshwaraha Asti. That Shraddha is the Asti iti Buddhihi. Shastrasya Guruvakyasya Satya Buddhihi. Satya Buddhihi. So, the Satya Buddhi is there. So, from the Vriddha Vyavahara, from the Shastram, we understand that Brahma is Asti eva. Satyam Vachana Praptam Shakyate. Manasa apina. But that doesn't mean Brahma is not there. Since it is not available for your objectification, for your perception, you cannot deny that. Vachana abhyuditam. Manasa api. Not even by the mind. Manasa api praptam na shakyate. It is not available as a thought. Even if it is not an object, at least in the form of vritti, like the anger, pain, pleasure, that like that also it is not available. Pain is also, pain or pleasure, not available for your objectification, like you objectify the Vishaya of the world. But it is known, it is available as an experience for you. That is subtle objectification only. You objectify that. You have experience. You experience pain. You experience sorrow. You experience anger, all the emotions, anxiety, worry, etc. So therefore, it is, even though it is not Indriya Pratyaksha, but it is Sakshi Pratyaksha. Therefore, it is that they are available for your perception, but Brahma is not like that. Therefore, Manasa Apina Chakrusha, never possible. Indriyas cannot do that. Because Indriyas themselves operate when backed up by the mind. When it is not available for the mind, how can Indriyas do the job of objectification, perception? Ruled out. That also not possible. And for Indriya to objectify, the Brahma must have attributes. If it is Nirgunam Brahma, how Indriyas can objectify? Indriyas can objectify only Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. These 5 attributes of a Vishaya. Vishaya as such, object as such, cannot be known really. Really speaking, cannot be known. What you really know is only the 5 attributes. Every Vishaya has got these 5 attributes. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. And you have got 5 Indriyas. Therefore, there is a Vyapara. Indriya Vishayanam Prati Vyaparaha. So you know only the attributes. Really, you cannot know an object. Any object in the Vyavahara you pursue, it is only the perception of the attributes. Brahma being Nirgunam, how can Indriya perceive that? That also not possible. Praptam na shakyate. Kintu asti iti bruvataha. Kintu asti iti bruvataha. Astika Shraddhavantaha asti iti bruvataha. They say it is. Why? Because they know it is not available for Paurshaya pramanani, pratyaksha, anumana, arthapatti, anupalabdhi, upamana, adi, Paurishaya pramana vishayam na Brahma. It is apaurishaya vishaya. Shastrena eva jnatum shakyate. The Shastra is also words. Are you not objectifying Brahma by the words? No. That words are not a description of Brahma. The words are used in such a way to communicate the incommunicable Brahma. That is what the Shastram does. Shastram uses those words which are meant for knowing the Brahma, which are meant for knowing that the one which illumines the vritti, which illumines the thought. It is neither objectifies as a vishaya, neither objectifies the vritti. The vritti, behind the vritti, how the vritti, the thought of the mind is illumined. The vritti is there, ajnana vritti is there, the ajnana vritti, because of ajnana vritti, all the time the mind is engrossed in entertaining ajnana vritti. And we take ajnana vritti as satyam, taking the thought to be real, we do all our vyavahara. But beginning the thought, in spite of the thought changing, there is continuous thought, thoughts are changing. There is something which is unchanging. Thoughts also being an object, it must have an adhisthana. Thought is like any inert object, it is also an inert only, jada only, thought. And you take the jada vastu to be real. You are not jada. So that which is behind this, even the jada vritti, what is that? Because of which everything comes to objectification. That is Brahma, that is you, Atma. How this can be communicated? Therefore, only Shastram, Apaurishaya Pramanam. And those who have Shraddha in Shastram, they are Astika. Therefore, Asti iti Bruvataha, Bruvan Bruvanto, Bruvantaha, Brudatu. Iti Shashti Bhakti Ekavachanam. Bruvataha Asti iti Vadati. Bruvataha Asti iti. For them, it is Asti iti. Tasmat, Bruvataha Anyatra. Here, Bruvataha is, you can take it as, I said Shashti Bhakti, you can take it as Panchami. Why? Because Asti iti Bruvataha Purushat Anyatra. Other than the Purusha, other than the people who say that Brahma Asti iti. So Panchami. So you can take it as Panchami. Why? Because Bruvataha, the word is Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam, Ditya Bhagavachanam, Panchami Ekavachanam, Shashti Ekavachanam. 4 places it is, the form is same. I told Shashti Bhakti, you can make it as Panchami. That is better. That is what it is, in fact. Because the word Anyatra is a Bruvataha Anyatra, other than the Purusha, who says that Brahma Asti iti. Katam tatu upalabhyate. How it is possible for them. Tat, this Brahma, that Atma, Katam upalabhyate. How it can be gained, how it can be known. Gained means, upalabhyate means known. Na ityartaha. Bruvataha Anyatra. Other than the Bruvataha Purusha, The people, the Purusha who says Brahma Asti iti, other than them, nobody else can really understand, can really know Brahma ityartha. That is the meaning. Now, Bhashyam. Naiva vacha
नैव वाचा
na manasa
न मनसा
मनसा
na chakshusha
न चक्षुषा
na anyaihi api indriyaihi
न अन्यैः अपि इन्द्रियैः
प्राप्तुं शक्यते इत्यर्थः.
प्राप्तुं शक्यते इत्यर्थः।
Brahma is not available for any means of knowledge, known means of knowledge. Here, whatever is given are known means of knowledge. So, Brahma is not Karana Gocharam. Brahma is not Karana Gocharam. Vacha, na Manasa, na Chakshusha, na Chakshusha, eye, through the eyes. Eye stands for all the other Indriyas, Jnanendriya. Na Anyahi api Indriyai, not even by any other sense organ. Praptam Shakyate ityartaha. So, not available for any of this. It is not possible to gain this Atma, Praptam na Shakyaha, Jnatam na Shakyaha. Means there is no separate experience of Brahma. There is no Brahma experience, separate Brahma experience. Brahmanubhavam. Brahma as an anubhava, as an object of perception, separate object of perception, not that. In every object of perception, Brahma is there. That is what it means. In every object of perception, Brahma is. It is not available as a separate experience. If anybody says that Brahma, in deep meditation, Brahma I experienced, it means that experience is not that experience, because he says experience, therefore it is not Brahma. It must be something else. It is Nitya only, it is Vyavahara only. Because if it is available for experience, you are limiting the Brahma. If it is limited, then it cannot be moksha, it cannot be true, it cannot be satyam. That which is satyam is purnaha. That which is purnaha, how can you bring it to your limitation of perception? So therefore, not possible. So that if it is so, then how Brahma can be known? You are that. What is required for you to know? Aham asmi, that buddhi always it is that. You don't need in fact separate pramanam to know that you exist. You exist. We never doubt that we exist. Because we exist, there is only vyapara, there is only transaction, there is only perception. What perception is required for you to prove that you exist? Brahma Anubhava is like that. They say that Brahma Anubhava, I experienced Brahma, it means you experienced yourself, it means you become an object. When you become an object, then who is the subject of the object? It's a problem. So therefore, there is nothing called Brahma Anubhava. In fact, in every Anubhava, there is Brahma. Therefore, only it is not communicable like you communicate any other Vishaya, any other topic. Therefore, only here the Upanishad says, Indriyahi, Anyahi Indriyahi api praptum na shakyate iti. Very clearly says, Satyam, true. Then how it can be known? Next line. Tathapi
तथापि
सर्व विशेष रहितः अपि
सर्वविशेषरहितः अपि
जगतः मूलम्
जगतः मूलम्
इति
इति
अवगतत्वात्
अवगतत्वात्
अस्ति एव
अस्ति
एव
कार्यप्रविलापनस्य
कार्यप्रविलापनस्य
अस्तित्वनिष्ठत्वात्
अस्तित्वनिष्ठत्वात्
important mantra, an important bhashyam also. Our Bhashyakara beautifully says, this is not something new. We know that we have seen in Gita also. Gita in Gita Bhashyam. Bhashyakara talked about this. The shloka nasato vidyate bhavaha abhavo vidyate sataha. There as well as in other places. So if Brahma is not available for perception, for knowing as an object of perception, tatapi, even then, tatapi means even then. Why even then? Even when it's not available for vak, manas, jnanendriya and other indriya, even then, tatapi, sarva vishesha ragitaha, vishesha nirgunam, sarva vishesha ragitaha nirgunam, free from all attributes, all special vishesha attributes. Vishesha ragitaha, shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha guna ragitaha, guna ragitam brahma, sarva vishesha ragitaha api, even though it is free from all the attributes, that brahma is jagataha moolam iti avagatatvat. Brahma is the moolam, the cause, the karanam, the cause of this jagat. Iti avagatatvat, since Brahma is the cause, iti avagatatvat, it is Brahma, since Brahma is known as the cause of this jagat. Therefore, asti eva Brahma, what is the cause of this jagat? Jagat karanam Brahma, and that Brahma, sarva vishesha ragitam Brahma, jagataha moolam iti avagatatva. Since it is known, Brahma is known as a cause of the world, therefore what? Brahma asti eva. Brahma exists alone. How you say Brahma exists? Brahma is jagataha moolam iti, we have seen purvam. So there must be a cause. The Brahma is a cause. Now, how you say that Brahma is a cause? How you say Brahma exists? Because it is a cause of the world. The world has a cause? Yes. The world, the Jagat cannot exist without a cause, because Jagat is Karyam. It must have a Karanam. And since Brahma is the Karanam, the Moolam, therefore, it cannot be non-existent. It must be existent only. Jagat is a Karyam, a product, like a pot. Like a pot, which is a product, which is experienced, available for your experience, a product, karyatvat, anubhava gocharam, pramana gocharam. And what is the karanam? Karanam is mrid, clay. Now this karya jagat, how this karya jagat, this karya gata exists? Karya gata exists because the karanam mrit is there. Without the karanam mrit, the karya jagat cannot enjoy existence. Even when the karya ghata is destroyed, this karanam mrit continues to exist. Even when the pot is broken, what will happen to the karya ghata? It is resolved to its cause, the clay. Clay is nothing but the Prithvi. And Prithvi, if you even destroy the Prithvi Tattvam, it will get resolved into what? It will get resolved into, it will get Apaha. Even if you resolve Apaha, it will get resolved into Agni. Agni will get resolved into Vayu. Vayu will get resolved into Akasha. And Akasha, from where only these starts. Etasmat Akashas Sambhutaha Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerapaha Apah Prithvi. So we are resolving from Prithvi back to the up to the Akasha. Now the Akasha will resolve back into what? The Karanam, which is the absolute Karanam, that is Brahma. Even when Akasha is there, Akasha is born, Akasha has got Astitvam because of Brahma. Tasmad etasmat, Taittiriya Upanishad. Tasmad etasmat, Akasha Sambhutaha. Akasha is born from that Brahma. It means Akasha plus Brahma. Akasha has got Astitvam. Is born means Brahma is there. That Astitvam of Akasha is Brahma. From that Akasha, Vayuhu. Vayuhu has got now Astitvam because of Akasha. Akasha is the immediate Karanam, but Brahma is the ultimate Karanam. Brahma has got Brahma Astitvam. Akasha has got Astitvam because of Brahma, and visible or immediate causes. It is Akasha. For Vayu to come to existence, Akasha is the immediate cause, and Akasha enjoys Astitvam because of Brahma. So all the way Brahma is there. From Vayoho, Agnihi. Agni has got Astitvam. Brahma, because of Brahma, it enjoys Astitvam, and immediate causes Vayu. Similarly for all the Panchabhuta. So therefore, you can resolve the Karya to its Karanam, and the Karanam, if it is a Karya, it can be resolved back into Karanam. Like that, if you keep on doing Karya Pravilapanasya, the Pravilapanam, the dissolution of the Karya, where it culminates, Astitva Nishtatvat, finally it culminates into that which exists, which is existence, Astitvam, the status of being existing, Astitvam. So the Karya will finally result into that which is nothing but existence. So therefore Brahma is the Karanam of everything to be existing. So all the Namarupa, what you can dissolve is the Karya. The Karya is nothing but Namarupa. So the Namarupa is dissolved by what? Dissolved by this Astitvam. So the Astitvam will continue to exist. Even when Namarupa, the Karya is resolved. Karya Pravilapanam, dissolution, that will culminate in what? Astitvam, Astitva Nishtatvat. Astitva Nishtatvat. That Astitvam, it has got Nishta, it has got this, it is persistent, it is existence. So, Astitva Nishtatvat. That Brahma can be resolved? No, that cannot be resolved. That, in fact, that is existence, pure existence. That gives existence to all the Karya Jagat. Therefore, Tatapi Sarva Vishesha Ragitaha, even though it is devoid of all the attributes, the Brahma, the Paramatma, because it is devoid of all the attributes, it is not available for any Indriya Vishaya, but it is understood as Jagataha Moolam, the cause of this entire Jagat. The Jagat is Karyatvat, not separate from the Moolam, the Karanam. So therefore, the Karanam is Brahma and the Karyam is Jagat. When the Karya Jagat, when the created Jagat is resolved, the destruction, the resolution doesn't imply the resolution of the Karanam. Karanam will never get resolved. What happens in the Jagat is, if the form is destroyed, it will get changed into another form. You cannot destroy matter. Matter can neither be destroyed, can be created. You cannot create an ounce of matter. Energy can neither be created nor can be destroyed. Matter, energy, there are no difference. Energy is also a form of matter. Matter is also a form of energy. So therefore, this Stula Karyam, this Jagat is sustained by what? The Sukshma, by its Sukshma. That is, Brahma is Sukshma. So therefore, Karanam Asti Eva. If Gata is destroyed, clay is there. If clay is destroyed, powder is there. Clay powder is there. If Prithvi Tattvam is there. If it destroyed, it finally get resolved into the Brahma, which is Satyam, that alone is there. That alone gives existence to this Karya Jagat. So therefore, what is this Jagat? What is this pot? Then it is magic. This whole Jagat is magic. When you understand, you will see it as a magic. It is Leela. So you can neither prove the existence of Jagat. You can neither dismiss nor prove. You cannot say Jagat exists. You cannot say pot exists. You cannot say pot doesn't exist. That is Mithya, Karyatvat. That is Mithya. Brahma, without undergoing any change, it has become the Jagat. Therefore, pot is, when you say, the isness from where the pot gained. Pot is created from where the pot gained that isness, astitva. Pot is, when you say, there are two things. Asti, sun, gataha. Gataha, sun, asti. Gataha, sun. Bhashyam, Bhashyakara will use many places. Gataha, sun, santo, santaha, that sun. Shatranta, sun. Gataha, sun, he says. Grammatically, we don't say, but with Bhashyam, to convey this, we use Gataha, sun, asti. Gata, two things, two amshas are there. Asti, san, gataha. It means pot is. In English, we translate as pot is. Gataha, san, asti. This is something like Ramaha, kadan, asti. Something like that. Their particular kriya is there. Therefore, Ramaha, kadati, we say Ramaha, kadan, asti. Now, that particular kriya, you remove it. Kadan, not there. Then Ramaha, san, asti. We can say. Similarly, here, Gataha, san, asti. That's what we translate as pot is. That isness. So, two amshas, two things are there. One is what you refer to by the word pot. Other one is that astitvam is. Now, when you say pot is the karya, the namarupa, ghata is. When the pot is destroyed, what happened to the is, that astitvam? When the pot is destroyed, the is will never get destroyed. That existence doesn't get destroyed. That is now with clay. That isness is with the clay. When pot is destroyed, pot is not, but clay is. Even if the clay is destroyed, destroyed in your mind, then what is there? Clay particles are there. But clay particles are, even the clay particles are destroyed. Clay molecules are, Even if the molecules are destroyed, clay atoms are, even if it is destroyed, subparticles, electron is, proton is there, God particle, finally God particle is, that is always it is there. So part is not, even the absence that we say is. So therefore, everything is sannishta only. Astitva nishta, sannishtatva. Everything resolves into this is asti. That asti only finally jagat asti. That asti is because of is this Brahma, and Brahma alone is the jagat, and that finally that asti also will you will understand it as, when you understand it as asmi, then the Triputi Veda, Jiva Jagat Ishvara Veda is resolved. That asti becomes asmi. Jagat asti, Jagataka Karanam Ishvaraha Brahma, Brahma asti. When you understand that Brahma later, that Brahma asmi, agam Brahma asmi, that asti, it has paroksha, that becomes aproksha, that it becomes asmi. Finally, it is asmi alone. So the change from asti to asmi finally becomes asti. From pratama purusha, it becomes madhyam purusha, asmi. Brahma asti. That Brahma is asmi. That's why we say, Mayyeva sakalam jatam, Mayi sarvam patishtitam, Mayi sarvam layam yanti. Everything is born of me. Everything is sustained in me. Everything finally resolves back into me. So me, asmi, asti to asmi. Brahma asti iti, for that we need Shastra Buddhi. And further, it finally gets resolved when we understand that becomes asmi iti. So that's why we say Jagat Karanam Brahma Aham Asmi iti. So therefore, Karya Vilapanasya Astitva Nishtatvat. So the Karya Vilapanam happens and it is resolves into the existence Astitvam Sannishtatvat Astitvam San, that into pure existence. The existence is not qualifiable. That it is cannot be contaminated. That's why we say pure existence, Shuddha Chaitanyam, pure consciousness. Pure means what? There is no, it is without any attributes. Nirgunam, free from the karya. It is always free from attributes only. Because we perceive the Jagat, because we perceive the pot, therefore we think it undergoes change. It is not. Without undergoing change, that which gives satta to everything, that is Brahma, Asti, that Asti. So everything has got its existence or owes its existence to this Astitva Brahma, Astitva Nishtatvat iti. Then the next line, Tata hi
तथा हि
karyam
idam karyam
Taratanya Paramparyena
सूक्ष्मतारतम्य पारम्पर्येण अनुगम्यमानं
Sadbuddhinishtam eva
सद्बुद्धिनिष्ठाम् एव
Avagamyati.
Tatahi, this is how it is. What? Idam karyam, this product, idam karyam, jagat, this karya, gata. Gata is our drishtanta. Karyam here referring to the karya, jagat, idam karyam. Tatahi, in this manner, idam karyam, this jagat. Karyam can refer to anything. Drishtanta refers to part. Refer to this Jagat, Idam Karyam Jagat, or any particular object, Idam Karyam. Everything is Karyam only. Idam Karyam, in this manner, when the Jagat is, Jagat Karyam, when it is analyzed, Avagamayati, when it is analyzed, it is understood. What? If you inquire, you will understand. What? This Jagat, already we did this Jagat, it is made of this made of this Panchabhuta. From Prithvi only. This Jagat is made of the Panchabhuta from the Brahma, Akasha, Akashat Vayu, Vayu Agnihi, Agnirapah, Apah Prithvi, this Prithvi and the Prithvi, Prithvyam Oshadibhyaha, Oshadibhyo Annam, then Annat Purushaha, this Jagat. That is what is Jagat. Now, if you analyze like this body, the body is Jagat. Body is Annamaya. Body is born of Annam. Annam is born from Prithvi, from the plants. Oshadibhyaha Annam. Oshadi. And Oshadi is born from where? From the Prithvi. Without water, how it will come? So water, the Prithvi has come from water. And from where the water has come? Apaha from Agni. Agni from what? Vayu. Vayu from what? Akasha. All these are nothing but Namarupa. Namarupa only. Karya only. Body, when the body is resolved, the Shariram is resolved, Annam is there. When Annam is resolved, plants are there, Oshadis are there. When Oshadi is resolved, Prithvi is resolved, water is resolved, Agni is resolved, Vayu is resolved, Akasha is resolved. What is that we have to stop somewhere. We cannot keep on going. We can go. The whole class will go as we see molecules, atoms, etc. So when Akasha also Nama Rupa Atmakam Eva. When that is resolved, then that is the Sadbuddhi. That is Brahma. It continues. In all this, Sadbuddhi, that Astitvam is a Sadbuddhi. Sadbuddhi kadapi nashtaha na bhavati. Sadbuddhi will never get destroyed. The cognition, astitva cognition. All these are it is cognized in our buddhi. In buddhi, if you destroy, we are doing the restriction or resolution in our buddhi. When everything is destroyed, what is that? That is the astitva buddhi. That cannot be destroyed. Therefore, sukshma taradamya parampariyena. Taradamyam, sukshma, subtle. Taradamyam, there is a taradamyam, there is a karya, karana, that relationship is there. So, sukshma taradamya parampariyena, when in this order of subtlety, if you analyze, if you resolve by undergoing this resolution, these different stages, like we did from Prithvi to Akasha, resolved effect into the cause, Sukshma Taradamya Paramparya, and the Parampara is there, that order is there. So, finally, if you do what, you will land up Sukshma Taradamya Paramparyena, if you do the extrapolation, Anumana. So, finally, what will happen? Sadbuddhi Nishtam, Anugamyamanam, Sadbuddhi Nishtam, Avagamayati. Avagamayati is revealed. What is revealed? Finally, it is revealed at the culmination of this Sadbuddhi Nishtam, cognition of existence. Existence alone remains. All this Namarupa changes, but existence is. Avagamayati. By this extrapolation, by this Anumana, Anugamyamanam, by extrapolation, we infer, by inference, what is revealed? This Sadbuddhi, Nishtam, the Nishta, the continuity, the persistence of this Sadbuddhi, the existence, Sadbuddhi Nishtam eva avagamayati, that alone is revealed. So when you do this, then what is revealed by Anugamyamanam? Anugamyamanam is that inference. We do this resolution in our buddhi. So when we do, finally what it reveals is the cognition of this existence. Sadbuddhi Nishtam avagamyati. Idam karyam jagat sukshma dharantaramya parampariyena. The karana is always sukshma. Because it is sukshma, therefore it has got vyapakatvam, more pervasiveness. Karya is stulam. Karanam is sukshma. Therefore sukshma taradamya. And which is ati sukshmam chaitanya, which is all pervasive. Brahma, Parabrahma. Therefore, Taratamya, Taratam, it is the Taratamya, it's only this Taraptama Pratyaya. Taratamya, Taraptamapo Bhaka Sutra is that. So Tara, Sukshmatama, we use the words superlative and comparative. Tara is comparative, Tamap is superlative. Therefore, Taratamya, the relation is one is superior, other one is down. So in the order, in the order of the subtlety, if you do the analysis, then analysis is when you resolve one into the other, that is amsha, that sadbuddhi, that is the isness. We said every object has got two amsha. One is the mithya amsha, other one is sat amsha, that is amsha, sadbuddhi. That vishaya never gets destroyed. That never gets resolved into something. You can resolve a karya into another karya. You can resolve that karya into another karya. All this karya sustained by the ultimate karanam that cannot be resolved into another, because it is the ultimate karanam. Therefore, what is the final resolving point? Final resolving point is this isness that remains the same without undergoing any change. That is Sadbuddhi Vishaya. That is Sadbuddhi Vishaya. So, by this analysis, this Taratamya Parampariyena Anugamyamanam, what? That Sadbuddhi Nishtam eva avagamayati. Sadbuddhi Nishtam alone is revealed. Sadbuddhi Nishta alone. When the Karya Buddhi is gone, when the object is gone, when the Pratyaya, the cognition of an object is gone, the Buddhi continues, Astitva Buddhi continues. That Astitva Buddhi is transferred to its Karanam. What is destroyed? Therefore, Gata Vritti, Gata Buddhi gone. Gataha Asti iti Buddhi gone. But that Astitvam doesn't go. Now it is with the clay. Mrit Asti iti, that Astitvam is with the Mriti, and that is cognized. Astitvam, it is there in your Buddhi all the time. Asti. Clay is resolved back into its atom. So if you go like this, the Sadbuddhi Nishta never goes away. Sat, the isness, the Nishta, Karya Pravilapanam, when the Karya Buddhi is gone, the object is gone, the cognition of the object is gone. But what happened to the Is Amsha? That is always there. That is always is there. It can never go. Where it will go? In fact, it is offers satta to all the karya. Therefore, this reveals the Sadbuddhi Nishtam eva avagamayati. What is revealed or what is understood is this Sadbuddhi Nishtam iti. Sadbuddhi Nishtam is another word for Astitva Buddhi. Sadbuddhi, Astitva Buddhi. Asti iti Buddhi. What is, where is this what is? In your Buddhi only, in your cognition only. What is destroyed in clay is, where is this? The clay is in your Buddhi, in your cognition only. Object of cognition changes. The pratyaya changes. Pratyaya means the cognition, not the vyakana pratyaya. The pratyaya changes, but the isness, astitva buddhi doesn't change. It gets transferred into its karanam. Finally, everything resolved. Brahma alone is there. Then where is this Brahma is? The Brahma is. In fact, what Brahma is only pure existence. That astitva buddhi is now with Brahma. Brahma asti. Later that Brahma asti iti, that asti will become asmi. That is jnanam. Brahma asti iti paroksha. That Brahma asmi iti aparoksha. So therefore, there is a understanding, avagamanam, because of this resolution, sukshma taradamya paramparyena, when the karya is resolved in terms of its subtlety. So what avagamayati? What by anugamyamanam sadbuddhi nishtam eva, sadbuddhi nishtam eva avagamayati, what is understood or what is revealed is this sadbuddhi nishta, this astitva buddhi iti. We stop here. The next line we will see the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
No doubts.
No doubts, ji. It's clear.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.